Okay, it's me again, Passport Brother Todd. I gotta change my name or do something. Well, this one I want to answer some of the comments that people left about my video. The first one is about the cab drivers in the Philippines. Now, someone has said that, the cab drivers are very honest, the most honest cab drivers in the whole world or something like that. Dude, no, these were not. It was him and a couple other guys, and they was running the whole Big Bang and the whole front. And the boss was telling me, and he was telling me, I got to hop in the cab and go to the other terminal. That's not being honest. I found out later on that you can report, they supposed to give you a slip where you can write your cab number down and report them. I did not know that at the time. And they know when you get off the damn plane, you don't know, there's a lot of things that you don't know, and they can easily take advantage of your ass, right? Now, another guy said that the other cab driver who took me to the ferry, right? Well, with him, I was tired, it was late. I've been going since 6 o'clock that morning, and it was 11 o'clock that night. And I gave him 1,000 pesos, which is about $15, right? The cab ride when I was in other places like the Philippines cost me $8 to $10 to go from the airport to my hotel. So I didn't mind paying them an extra $5, especially late at night. And considering the fact that when I went to the taxi stand, they told me a minimum of $30 no matter where I went to. I said, I'll give him the 15, right? If he's, and I don't mind paying a person who's honest and hard working. I like to support those people. So if I have to pay them a little bit extra, like an extra $5, hey, it's all good. Because I'd rather support people who are honest and hard working. But then the next day when he pulled that shit, that pissed me off. That was something I was not expecting. I thought it was honest, but only charged me $15. Where the other taxi stand at the night was going to charge me $30, right? Then when I got from Cebu back to the airport to leave the Philippines, I took a Grab, and it was a taxi. And the taxis do not like to Uber, because Uber do not pay no as much as if it was regular taxi. And he took me, but I could tell he was not happy about it because he was not getting paid as much. So second, someone asked me, what's my story? Or kind of, what am I doing? Okay, well, one, I'm 60 years old, all right? I had cancer back in 2018, my last treatment was in 2019. The doctors told me that when you go through the cancer treatment, some health problems are going to improve, some old ones are going to get worse, and you may develop new ones. So, 2019 was my last treatment. 2021, I was doing great. I was off all medications, no pain pills, no nothing. And then I developed a new health problem 4 months later. And then I started going downhill, more and more as the years progressed. Because I was going to take off in 2021. So it got to the point that I either had to take off in April or risk having a heart attack or a stroke. My blood pressure was just way too high. And since I've been gone, it has dropped. But that's another personal story that I'm not really going to get into. So, also, when you take into account and consideration that back in 2020, 2021, the average Social Security check was only $1,200 per person. $1,200 per person on average. That's the average one. All right? Now, rent in Chicago, you got the suburbs, and you got the cornfields, right? Out in the cornfields, where it should be cheap as heck, right? Because no one wants to live out there. A rundown, unfurnished apartment is $1,500 a month. $1,500 a month for a rundown, unfurnished apartment. And if your Social Security check is only about $1,200 or $1,500, that's your rent. You still got to pay for utilities, food, and transportation. Where's that money gonna come from, right? There's a lot of people in the United States who are retired or trying to retire but just can't. And then I talked to some of my friends and family members. I found out they are staying with different people because no one can really afford rent. So I thought about moving back out to Arizona. I figured, I can't afford Chicago. I'll just go back out to Arizona. So my friend who lives out there, she said, no, Ty, man, check the rents. So when I was out there back in 2008, my rent in my one-bedroom apartment was like $400 a month. I said, I just moved back there. Now, that thing is $1,200 a month. That's a big-ass jump. And that's when I checked about, 3 years ago. So who knows how much it is now. And then I looked into other places like Oregon, where my friend Mike is from. Rent up there is $1,500 too. I mean, even in the rural areas of the United States, rents are high. And a lot of people just can't afford it. And I found out that a lot of people are staying with other people because people cannot afford the rent. And then when I can say you add on there the cost of food, utilities, transportation, where are you gonna get the money from? So I also watch YouTube videos that said if you go to Asia, your health improves and everything else like that. I figured, okay, I always want to go to Thailand, maybe the Philippines. I've never been to Vietnam, so it seemed like a good time to hop on a plane and just go. I can afford Thailand from all the videos, and I can afford the Philippines, and I can afford Vietnam. So that's what I did. But what they didn't tell me was, which is understandable, about the air quality. None of these countries, including Mexico, have catalytic converters on their vehicles. The United States, it's a requirement, a regulation that all vehicles have catalytic converters. But catalytic converters can be kind of expensive. For example, there's a group of different people, different groups of them, who's been going around for the last 15 years in Chicago, stealing catalytic converters. They got so bold, they steal them out the airport parking lot, the train station, and in front of your house, even when you're at home. And they do it in the daytime. That's how bold they have gotten. Like on my aunt's block. One night, over 10 cars, including my aunt's, all their catalytic converters were gone. They came in within half an hour, took them, and they were off. We saw some of them on video, and it only took them like 30 minutes to steal catalytic converters from over 10 cars. It cost my aunt over $2,000 to get it replaced. Because some catalytic converters are more expensive than others. And my aunt did not have a high-end car. She only had a Ford Fusion. But those catalytic converters on Ford Fusions and other cars like that have platinum inside to turn the CO into CO2, so carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. But we also found out that it's not at first they wanted the platinum, melt it down and sell it. Now they don't even do that. They just sell the catalytic converters outright. Because it's easier and you get just as much money for them. Because like my aunt said, it cost her $2,000, over $2,000 to get her catalytic converter in place. Lucky she had insurance. And the police have not been able to do anything about it. So when you look at the price and the cost of these catalytic converters, and that was just a Ford Fusion. This is just a nice car, but not anything luxurious. In order to keep the transportation costs down in a lot of these countries, they just did not make the regulations that they have to have catalytic converters on their cars. So because of that, because of my cancer treatment, I still got radiation scars, I just can't take it. And that's a damn shame too. So I have to go back to the United States, and even Mexico is way too much for me. So I'm out of here as soon as I find a place to live back in the United States. But that's the biggest problem. I mean, rents are high. Yes, I'm a senior citizen, and I can go into maybe a senior citizen community where the rents are like about $800 a month. But the problem is, there's a big ass waiting list. So you gotta wait till someone dies, and then you may move up the waiting list because there's a lot of people in the United States who do not have the money. A lot of them who retired or just cannot retire and just have to keep on working. I mean, when you add it all up, $1,500 for rent, then add it up $600 for food for one person. That's right there, $2,100. Then utilities, that's $2,300. Transportation, I'll add on there another $500 a month, so that's what, $2,800. If you max out your Social Security check at $3,000, that's your whole Social Security check. And like I said, most people, the average Social Security check back about 3 years ago or 4 years ago was about $1,200. Now I think it's about $1,500. So a lot of people are in the same boat, same situation. And most of the jobs, like my cousin, she said $50,000 a year. And I think she takes something like what, $3,000 a month? And she can't afford, with 3 kids, her own apartment. So she's staying with someone. She lives up in Minnesota. I mean, and that's where it is all over the United States. But I gotta figure it out because I can't do any of these countries. Okay, that's about it.